Hello, I'm Mikko from the SRP forums, and I'm doing this video because I've been having some trouble setting the bevel of my razor. The razor is a Dovo Perlex, full hollow, and the problem with this razor is there seems to be a warp in the blade, and it becomes pretty obvious when you're trying to hone this that the edge doesn't make even contact with the stone. So I'll begin honing, and hopefully you guys will see what I'm doing wrong and maybe can give me some pointers. So I'll begin by lapping the stone. The king stone has been sitting in the water for a while now, and I'll slap this so that kind of removes one variable from the equation. I'm using the DMT 325 duo sharp blade, which is basically a coarse side, and then the fine side, which is, I believe, 600 grit. But I'll use the coarse side just to lap out the grit markings first. Okay, and then we have a bit of slurry on the stone as well when we begin. Now, to ensure that there is no edge on this razor, I'll just draw this on the glass first, as so, and we can try to see, and it doesn't shave hair at all. So it's a dull razor to begin with. And if I check this under a microscope, which you can of course see, I can see that there is a pretty even edge all along with a clear white reflection coming from the edge of the edge. So that tells me that the light is actually, the bevel is rounded very heavily because the reflection is so strong. So let's begin this. And this time I'll sharpen so that I use back and forth motion like this. So I'll avoid some of the flipping on the razor, and then gradually I'll flip sides, like after 10 or 15 strokes, and then do the other side, and then check the thumbnail test every now and then to see if I'm making progress. Additionally, I'll use the side of my stone. I have rounded this side here so that it won't cause any chips to the edge, because of the warp. Otherwise it's difficult to make proper contact with the stone. So we'll begin by doing 10, and this is the side. This is the side where this middle spot right here is higher than the toe and the heel. So basically I'll have to kind of go like this and draw this razor downwards towards the edge, and then on the other side, which where the middle is the high point, I'll have to do a kind of like a rolling X, as has been demonstrated on the forum. Oh, by the way, this kingstone is really thirsty. I mean, you have to be adding water like all the time. Okay, so we'll do 10 first and then start checking, or we can check first that the it's completely dull, doesn't have any drag on the thumbnail test. And as you can see, I'm holding my other hand here to give support, so I can more easily control the rolling stroke. And what I'm watching is the water basically flowing in front of the edge, so I'm trying to keep as steady contact with the stone as possible. Okay, that was the first 10. And I'll just spray that leftover slurry on the stone. Wipe off the blade. I'm not sure if that's necessary. And then okay, there's just a little bit of drag, but I can also feel something here. I'll do it once more. See. Okay, it's not even. I'll just check this with the microscope real quick to see if I've caused a nick or something, or a chip into the edge. Okay, the white reflection is definitely gone from the edge. Nope, can't see anything with that. But the main thing is that the white reflection that I had after pulling the razor on the glass is now gone. And actually I couldn't see any major chips or nicks. So because it started to have a little bit of drag, I'll lighten up my stroke just a bit. And I'll do a set of 5 instead of 10. Okay. Okay, definitely more drag. Which is like a, well, it's going where it's supposed to, but we'll see if we run into problems as we go along. I'll do 3 next, so and then I'll do one on each side. And really trying to make that water flow along the edge as I make the stroke. Okay, let's see. Actually, this is not bad. Probably one of my better efforts that I've made so far. And I think I mentioned earlier that I think one of my problems was that I was doing way too many strokes, and somehow that always ended up in a situation where the edge would either get too thin and then crumble down, because as you're doing this kind of like rolling stroke, the pressure is in a much narrower area on the edge, so that could be one of my problems. But I'll do a few more very light strokes with only edge leading this time, and I'll keep flipping over, and then I'll see if I can cut some hair. Okay. And as you can see, I've been testing quite a bit, so there's not much left hair on my arm. Nope. Nope. Okay, no dice. So, even though the thumbnail test seemed pretty good, before this test, the shaving hair test doesn't do anything. So it's not even catching the hair. So I'll see if I already gone over. Well, it doesn't seem like that. But I've definitely introduced some jaggedness to the edge, because the edge is getting thinner, so it won't be as regular with these low grit stones. Okay, I have some drag, but the best drag is definitely here on this, at the tip of the razor. I'll check that tip if it's actually. No, it's cutting somehow, but not really great. Okay, let's keep going, and I'll try to work especially the midsection of the edge now, because the the thumbnail test shows that the tip is, or at least there's the most drag on this tip right here. I'm not sure if you can see the wake in the video, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do here. And actually this side, where the high point of the middle part is higher, it's actually more easy to maintain the contact with the stone, because on the rolling stroke you have to be really smooth, and especially at the end I have noticed that I easily make the transition of the rolling movement too fast, so I kind of miss a spot here and then go directly to the very tip. But and I'm not really pressing down that much with my left hand. I'm just trying to make sure that the contact is there, and I'm giving this edge, especially now, I'm giving it a little bit of torque like this. Not a whole lot, but just a bit. Okay, I'll do a few more very light strokes. Like so. Oh, and by the way, I'm sorry, I'm doing this video with a DSLR, so it's the focusing is fixed, so it's focused on the stone, so you'd see the water wave as good as possible. So if I'm lifting this, it's probably going a little bit blurry, but okay, let's see. Okay, now we have some catching action. I wouldn't say it's definitely catching the hair now, but it's not really popping it. And the tip is still the best. So let's see how the thumbnail test does.